We are live.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Let's Take This Outside. I'm here with Sol and KP. So, guys, how you doing today?
I'm fabulous. Doing really good. We've got another day of heavy snow. Again, a lot of blockade. We're ground to a halt. I haven't even like Sol. I'm sure Sol's going to mention it already. I haven't been outside for about 4 days.
Ooh, 4 days.
I know. I've been home and bound, and I haven't even left my house because it's just a nightmare. But yeah, I'm good. Wow. Really good. Glad it's Friday. Some drinks tonight, hopefully. I'll probably go pop down to down Sol's End. Probably go to his local, have a few drinks.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Well, the weather here was pretty cloudy today, and then we had a little bit of sun, and then now it's really cold. I actually had to turn the heat on, and we don't have central heating here. So it's not, well, it's supposed to, it's a warm country.
Sure.
But so they don't so yeah, that's where's Sol? Where did he go? Is he online?
Howdy people! How you doing? Can you guys hear me okay?
Hi, Sol. Yeah, we could hear you. How are you doing?
Isabella, you look absolutely beautiful as always. You look stunning. I'm doing good.
Thank you.
As KP mentioned, we are battling this Arctic weather, and it's bloody cold outside. So yeah, very quiet around in London for obvious reasons, but all is good. We are in very interesting times, and I'm very excited to be here joining you guys live.
Well, it's really nice to be on the show with you guys. And so what's the temperature like in London? What is it like?
It's 0 degrees.
Oh, it's 0. Wow. It's, it's gotten really cold everywhere. A friend of mine is in Paris and was telling me that it's really cold there. And my parents are in Canada, but it's not that cold. So I don't know what's going on with this weather.
Right.
Well, it's -1 here. It's -1.
All right.
That's very cold for London. No?
Yep, especially this time of the year.
Yeah.
See, the problem is, Bella, is what happens, right? Is like when it gets really cold.
Yeah.
The central heating over here, like it just freeze. Like if it gets to a certain percentage, like it's been like minus. I think it's gone low to -7 over this week. And when that happens is when pipes block and they freeze. Oh my gosh, it's just a nightmare. Then the heating's not working and it's crazy. But luckily this year, my heating's been working fine and no issues. So I didn't have to call out a plumber or anything. So yeah, thank God.
Well, that's pretty good. So guys, so tell me something. What's your morning routine? What did you guys do this morning? When you wake up in the morning, what do you guys do? What's the first thing you do?
So, Sol, do you want to answer that first?
I do. I'll answer first. I'm just thinking, how honest should I be? Okay, so that's a joke. Okay, so today I woke up about 7 o'clock. Switched on my laptop. I responded to a few emails from last night. And then I decided to read a book. I decided to read it's a book by Stephen Covey, 7 Effective Results for Success or something like that. So I think I read a chapter and then I fell asleep again. And then I woke up, did a bit of cleaning, spoke to KP about today's show, and then went outside just to see what the temperatures were out on the ground, see what the conditions were outside. Took a walk to my local shop, bought a few bits and pieces, came back, and here I am, baby. Here I am.
What did you eat for breakfast this morning?
I made some toast. I actually had cheese and toast. That's what I had.
Exercise or
I didn't catch that. Go again.
motion?
I didn't catch that. Go again.
Do you do exercises? Do you do any form of exercises?
I do.
Or?
I do. I normally like
Okay.
do 40, 50 push-ups in the morning. I'd normally do about 100 squats.
Okay.
I would normally go to the gym, but as you
Okay.
can imagine, it's quite difficult to kind of move around at the moment. So the gym is not on the radar. But yeah, I try to do some warm-up exercises, some meditation, some breathing exercises. Yeah.
And you, KP?
Right. So my day today was fairly regiment. What I normally do now. So what I do first thing when I wake up in the morning is I have a lukewarm glass of water with lemonade. Now the reason I put lemonade in the glass is because it's really good for starting your digestive system, and also lemonade is really good for your liver. Oh, sorry, I didn't catch you, Bella. Do you want to ask that question?
Lemon and water in the morning. It really cleanses your whole system out, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and that's why I do it every morning without fail. It just really kickstarts your digestive system. Gets it into a rhythm, and then also. So my day is wake up, have so first. Have a nice glass of warm water, and then what I do is because as from my previous videos that I'm looking for a new job, so at the moment I'm in between jobs, so my daily routine is really it's nothing exciting, so go online, look for jobs in the morning on job boards, and really to some agencies in the afternoon, give them a call, ask them how the market is going. Talk about, and then afternoon again jump back on the job boards and start looking for jobs. But in between, what I do is my niece and my sister's living with us for a period of time, and so what I do is I play with my niece and nephew. So they normally come back from school about 5, half 5, and then I spend about an hour with them. Ask them how their day's been. It's nice to play with children, right? It's, they're funny, and you just get to have a banter. So I love doing that. And then in the evening, I talk to Sol. We we either do our webinar or I've been reading the book I mentioned 2 to 3 videos ago about Robert Krass. So I'm reading one of his novels. So, yeah.
What about you, Bella? What have you been up to today? You sexy thing.
Actually, I said I had to have any breakfast. Well, I had coffee, and then I had to run out of the door. But my normal daily routine in the morning is I wake up early in the morning, and then I go downstairs, and I omelet with eggs and omelet with eggs, and omelet with I have some yogurt or fruit, and then I relax a little bit. I take the dogs most of the time, and then I'll go buying or something I do. So that's my morning routine for most of the time. So
Bella, before you continue, I think we're having trouble with your video. So and we're really finding it difficult to hear what you're saying.
Okay.
So maybe it's best if you switch off your camera.
Okay.
I know it's a shame,
but
unfortunately,
I know
we're not. You are really cutting out.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn off my camera.
Yeah,
Great.
it's a shame to a
I
beautiful
know.
face. We have to switch it off. But,
Oh. Okay.
That's
I
all right.
switch
I just
off.
have to look at my own smug face. So Bella, yeah, can you please just quickly recap what you just said?
Yeah. So how important do you guys think is a morning routine? Because
Yeah, well, for me,
hmm
my morning routine is, like I say, regiment. It's really important
hmm
that I kickstart my digestive system for the day, because if you've got a sluggish digestive system, or when if you eat certain foods and you're not breaking
yeah.
that food down as best as you can,
Yes.
you know the rest of your day is going to be sluggish as well. And the foods that
Yeah.
I eat, so
hmm
in the morning is oats.
Wow.
So I have a large bowl of oats, and the reason why I have oats, because it's a slow release of energy, right? So
Right.
that kind of lasts you for majority of the day until mid afternoon, and then that then
Yeah.
continue and have lunch, and then dinner. So yeah, but
Wow. Wow. You eat healthy.
I do. Yeah, I try and eat as healthy as I can, and because with me, I've got a condition. I've got a
Mhm.
condition where I have problems with my stomach.
Right.
It's really weird, because all of my cousins, really, it didn't happen. We had a full like a strong stomach until we were about 30, and then majority of
hmm
my cousins, we've all managed to like have like a below par stomach. Like it, we have issues. I guess it's age, right? So I don't know about you, but yeah, unfortunately, age is a bummer, right?
Yeah, but I heard that if you constantly are always super healthy, and if your stomach, then you get like
Right. Bella, I do apologize. Can you repeat what you said? You cut out what majority of what you were saying. Oh, it seems like she's gone.
true.
Oh, she's having really bad problems,
Uh,
audio and video. Bella, you there?
just give me one moment.
Of course.
I'm gonna just give me
Well,
one second.
in the meantime, I will tell you what my usual routine is. My usual routine is usually
Mhm.
I drink about a litre of water with some lime juice. Very similar to KP. The reason I drink lime juice instead of lemon juice is because lime is an alkaline. So I try to stimulate my nervous system with some lime juice. I'm very big into intermittent fasting. So if you don't know what intermittent fasting is, it means that you consume food during a particular hour of the day from a window. So when I'm on my intermittent fasting, my window of eating is normally between sort of about 4 o'clock to about 7 o'clock. That means that during that period of time, I eat whatever I want to eat, and then after 7 o'clock, I don't eat anything further. So technically, I'm fasting for about 18 to 20 hours.
Okay, so when you say that, like you eat whatever you want before 7, like what kind of stuff do you eat?
So I wake up,
Mm-hmm.
drink a litre of water with some lime juice. I might have some apple cider vinegar. And then throughout the day, I will be on coffee and water.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I break my fast, I will normally break my fast with a coffee and some light pastry. And then I would normally cook some meat, some cabbage, some kale, possibly some rice. And I normally do that after I finish working out. I don't
Okay.
like to work out on a full stomach. So that's normally after I work out.
Right.
And then after 7 o'clock, I consume no more food. There's a period of just.
You eat a lot of kale. Do you know what are the benefits of kale?
I have absolutely no idea what the benefits of kale are, but I'm fucking sick of it.
Well, I know kale's got anti-inflammatory properties, and what that means is really good for your for your blood, you know, and also it's a part of it's a part of vegetables, and that is really good for your digestive system as well, kale. I think the properties in it are, because a lot of celebrities, you know, they have the shakes, right?
Yeah, it's considered kale. I believe it's considered one of the superfoods, they say.
Yeah,
because it's got everything in it.
Yeah,
absolutely, all the vitamins and stuff. So, and so since you guys eat so healthy, tell me a little bit about like your exercise regime. Like, do you think exercising is important to your well-being and like taking vitamins and all that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, absolutely. Exercise is as important as cleaning one's teeth on a daily basis. I'm a believer that it's really important to put your body under serious stress and pressure, because obviously it's a machine that needs to be worked out. And I feel like if you don't exercise for long periods of time, we start to lose functionality in certain parts of our body. So yeah, generally speaking, you know, working out vigorously, doing some type of weight training or HIIT routines. HIIT means high interval intensive training. I think I've got that right. Have I got that right, KB?
High intensity.
High intensity interval training, and it's designed really just to get the heart flow up, and to really punish your body for a short period of time and have minimal time to recover in a very condensed way. So when I work out, I would do the HIIT training twice a week, and then I would do normal weightlifting, powerlifting type of workouts, and then I might just do like a light workout, which could be on the treadmill or the elliptical machine. Because I'm a big believer that when we work out, we should work out the entire body, not just necessarily isolation.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so it's all about full body workouts.
Yes.
So with myself, what I do is I used to go, I've had an injury since I was 25 where unfortunately I did my lower back, and every time I put pressure on my back, it just seizes up and I'm out of action for about a couple of months, just for putting pressure on my lower back. But before, like 3 months before, I used to go to the gym on a regular basis 6 times a week. And what I really used to do is, so first, like Sol said, you do a HIIT session, and it can be as you know, an hour session. You can do it 20 minutes. You can do a 20-minute HIIT session where what you're doing is you're on a low level. So if you're doing, say, the cycling, so you can start on a low speed for a certain amount of time, and then what you will do is for 30 seconds, you will go into a really high speed, and you will literally pedal as fast as you can for 30 seconds. Then you give yourself a break of again about a minute or two. Then you will, and then go up again and do the 30 seconds pedaling as fast as you can, and you do about 10 repetitions of that.
Bella, what do you think of like sex as a good workout regime in the mornings?
You're me go Sol with this sex thing.
No, but don't you think, like, I mean, you're doing a full body workout and you're burning like a lot of calories. Do you think it's a good, if you're not one for going to the gym, do you think like it's a good
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I think any form of physical activity,
Ooh.
it's great. It does your body a lot of good. I think it's any form of exercise is good, and I guess sex is one of them. So yes, it is. It is a good.
So
Always with
how
soul.
many times,
It's my favorite routine.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure.
how many times a week do you go to the gym? Do you go to the gym, Bella, or do you work
Well,
out?
I mostly in the winter time I will go to the gym and I'll do I'll go on the treadmill, I go swimming, and I do yoga in the morning as well. I haven't done it in a week, but normally I wake up and after I have my breakfast and stuff, I do some yoga for flexibility. And then in the wintertime, I do go to the gym and I work on my abs and treadmill, swimming. But in the summertime, I prefer to be outside. So I'll go. I go jogging. I go for a walk with my dogs, a long walk, like an hour and a half, and yeah, and that's my exercise. I really believe that when you exercise and you eat healthy, it really affects it improves your sleep, it boosts your energy level, it reduces an anxiety, it helps with depression, it increases self-esteem, and it also makes you happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. I love weight training.
Hmm.
Always enjoyed, picking up heavy weights as,
Where? On your stomach?
Build the muscles there.
build the muscles. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, I've really enjoyed weight training, but again, it's you got to be careful because if you overstrain yourself when you first start, because if you've been out for a period of time and then you want to
Hmm.
get back into it, I really advise don't do what I did and go straight in and go to the heavy because you injure yourself again. So I really
Yeah.
think you should go like start off slow, pick light weights and do
Yeah.
more repetitions
Ah,
with light
okay.
weights, and then when you get to the heavy, do less
Hmm.
repetitions with more heavy weights. Um,
Yeah.
and again, I've totally loved doing weight training,
Hmm.
and also like the thing with swimming. Um, the thing with swimming is I haven't been swimming for years, but I really love jumping in because I love seeing women in the bikinis and shit. Not only joking,
Yeah.
or in.
So KP, do you know how to swim?
I do. So quick, yeah. So I do. The thing was, yeah, Bella, like I went traveling to Australia. I won't take long to give your answer, but I went traveling in Australia, and I had to go to the Great Barrier Reef.
Hmm.
And I thought I could swim, yeah, Bella. And I wasn't a bad swimmer in those swimming pools, growing up.
Right.
But it was such a shock because going into the open sea, and then what you have to do is
Hmm.
jump into the ocean, and then try
Yeah.
and keep yourself floated. Oh my god,
So
I was
scary.
yeah, it was absolutely fucking. So I wouldn't say I'm a great swimmer because you can be a great swimmer in swimming pools, right?
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
when you go out in the ocean, it's a whole different experience because
Well, like, you're probably thinking like there's going to be like I don't know, like some fish or shark or something, especially in Australia, right?
yeah,
That's gonna come and get you.
exactly. It was crazy. I thought I was a good swimmer, but
Hmm.
when I got to the ocean, hell no, I
Yeah.
was an awful swimmer. All splashing around like when you're doing this and splashing
Yes.
around, and people getting annoyed with you because you're just getting in their face and all that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't. I do need to get. So I do need to go back and yeah, and take some lessons. Like
It's lessons, yeah. And so, do you know how to swim?
I do. I'm actually a very strong swimmer, actually.
Yeah.
I am. I really enjoy swimming. Yeah. Swimming is one of those activities that I'm very good at, actually.
Oh, okay. So when was the last time you went swimming?
About a year ago, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, about a year ago.
Yeah.
Do you need the floats, so? Do you need the floats?
I haven't had to use, I haven't had to use floats or armbands since the age of 15.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, swimming is a really good exercise because it's like a whole body movement, right? It gets it gets your blood flowing, and you're moving your arms, your legs, your feet.
Yeah,
It's a
but I
wonderful
can think of
exercise.
other exercises where I don't have to drown myself, to get that full workout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, no, it's a great exercise. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So KP, when you were working out, were you taking like those vitamins and those protein shakes, and were you carotene and all that
Well, when I was
stuff?
growing up, when I first started
Mm-hmm.
going to the gym, I thought I'll try it. So
Okay.
creatine, it gives you extra boost of energy, right? To get more from your workout. And I
Mm-hmm.
tried it for about a couple of months, and because of my stomach, certain products that I have, so say like whey, with the whey products that you get for gaining weight,
Yeah.
I found that the whey just wouldn't break down in my stomach, and so I had
Yeah.
issues. But yeah,
Yeah.
I used to. So what I do every day, I take a multivitamin,
Mm-hmm.
vitamin D, and
Okay.
I also take cod liver oil.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's really good for you, cod liver oil. I used to take that sometimes too. But you know how like some say that vitamins are not effective and some say that vitamins are effective. Like haven't you heard of that whole controversy about vitamins? What's your take on it?
well, for me, is because what happens is you piss most of it out, right?
Yeah.
Because your kidneys will just flush out most of the contents within the bit. So
Yeah.
your B12, your keratin,
Yeah.
so when your piss comes out really yellow, that is
You're
the
such a gentleman, KP.
sorry.
You're such a gentleman, aren't you? Yeah, just piss it all out.
Yeah, because no, you're right, Bella. Because because say for example, if you've got because a multivit has got various different vitamins, and if your body has got too much of something, you know, is your body really flushing it all out? Are you overloading in some of your vitamins that you're taking?
Hmm.
And again, but I'm an advocate of multivits because it gives you the energy that you need for the day,
Yeah.
and so for me, I've always taken it since I was 18. I've always on a I've always taken those particular um,
Yeah.
supplements.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I think it's yes, it's a must. It's an absolute.
Yeah. Yeah. I was also taking them when I was in Canada. Um, Most of the time I was taking multivitamin, like folic acid and like
Yeah.
the B vitamins and stuff. But when I came to Turkey, because there's so much more natural fruits here and vegetables. I mean,
Oh,
okay, I don't eat as much as vegetables as I was eating in Canada because Canada had a variety of vegetables. Like they had, when you go to a supermarket, you had every kind of vegetable you could imagine. But here it's seasonal,
yeah.
but they have a lot of fruits, and so that's where I'm getting most of my vitamins, from the fruits and vegetables that I eat here. But sometimes when I feel a bit like I have no energy, and I feel like okay, I must be lacking something, then I'll go get some vitamins and start taking them.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Do you eat like blueberries?
They don't really have blueberries here. I haven't really seen any blueberries here. No, like we eat a lot of they have a lot of apples, oranges, strawberries, and then we have peaches, nectarines, grapes,
Yeah,
bananas. So I eat a lot of like that stuff.
see,
Watermelon.
yeah. See, but
So,
you have to be careful. What I think, because of
mhm.
the sugar that is in these fruits. So you got to
Yes,
be careful that you don't eat too much of fruits in one go. I
right.
personally think you should take it throughout, the day because
Hmm.
fructose, when your body's breaking down fructose,
Yeah.
it's still a sugar. So you don't want too much sugar in your body all at once.
Mm.
Um, but
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
I
but it's a healthier sugar though. It's a healthier sugar than if I were to eat a lot of like cake or chocolate.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, absolutely. Because you're
Yeah.
yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, what you're saying there, because
The
when
best time to eat chocolate is when you're just before you're about to have sex. It's the best time to eat chocolate. No, really, it is. You should try it out.
I think Sol is just super quiet. He's not saying anything. And then when he says anything, it's just about sex all the time.
yeah, tell me
No,
about
no, but I'm trying to. I'm just trying to. I'm being absolutely really serious. Like just before you have sex, if you have a piece of chocolate, I'm telling you, your sex will definitely improve.
Really?
it's,
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
Well, it gives you
it,
energy, right? Because of all that sugar.
No, no, not just energy, but
You could go longer.
no, not even that. Not even that. It puts you in a better frame of mind. It really does. It puts you in a better frame of mind. So yeah, try it out.
dark chocolate is meant to be good for you, right?
Yes, yes. Dark chocolate is actually good for you. It's good for your heart. No?
Because it's got the flavonoids within chocolate and milk chocolate, the flavonoids. Um, there's I think less concentration, but in
Mm,
dark chocolate there's more flavonoids.
right.
Those are really good for you. So I think, don't quote me on it, um, but I think it's the amount of flavonoids within the chocolate. So yeah, but no, I
Yeah.
agree. It's good for
Bella,
you.
you should definitely give it a try when you get an opportunity.
Yeah. I'll
I
let you
would, I would
know
love
when
to,
I give it a try.
I would also love to volunteer the experience to share with you if you was ever interested.
Oh. Okay. Okay, so let me ask you a question. So how do you feel about like people who try to avoid discomfort in
What kind,
like
go on, what kind of discomfort are we talking about?
like I'm talking about like exercise, like some people like in general, right? When people if anything is um feels like a discomfort, right? People try to avoid it. What do you think of that whole
Well, I can understand when people. I'm not. When I before I went into the gym, I used to find the gym really boring. But then for a long time actually. But then something happened, and I started to really enjoy going to the gym. So,
since there was a lot of nice girls there,
well, yeah, that's never a bad thing.
huh? Is that why?
Having some good eye candy when you're working out is never a bad thing. And actually, it's a great. The gym is a great place to meet people. You got all these hot looking chicks, these hot looking women wearing their war paint, and these guys all trying to. It's like everyone's just trying to kind of, show their peacock tails, their amazing colors and their war paint. So yeah, it's good. But for people that don't enjoy exercising, um, even if you just do, walking a couple of miles a day, I say a couple of miles because, if you were to walk, 2 to 7 miles a day, I mean, that's a lot of exercise that you're getting in. And you're not necessarily putting stress on the body as if you were jogging or sprinting, but you are actually moving the entire body. And walking is a very good way to relieve stress as well. If you're depressed or if you're not in a good frame of mind, walking is actually a very good way to try to release some stress hormones out of your system, I think.
Yeah, because endorphins and endorphins and whatever their hormones are called,
Yeah.
they're good for you. right when you're working out. That's when you release those particular endomorphines and endorphins in in your body. That's what makes you feel good, and
Yes.
that's what gives you the energy throughout the day. Because and then the question is, when's the best time to work out? Is it morning before you go to work? Is it during the afternoon if you have the chance, or is it
Well,
evening?
working out in the morning,
So many people.
working out in the morning for some people, depending on their lifestyle, can be very, very effective because you put that stress on the body. So when it comes to periods of time in the afternoon where your energy level starts to drop or you start to lose your sugar levels start to drop a little bit. By working out in the morning, you can really kind of use that to really kind of allow you to move forward throughout the course of the day. If I'm making any type of sense here,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is working out in the
Sets,
morning is pretty effective. Go ahead.
yeah, it sets the tone for your day, I believe. Like for me, I like working out in the morning. I'm a more of a morning person. So I have a lot of energy in the morning.
For sure.
I have a lot of energy, but in the evening, in the evening is also good too, because then you could sleep really well at nighttime when you work out.
For sure. Do you prefer sex in the
You
morning or just before you go to bed? I prefer it in the
I'm
morning. Personally, I like to have it in the morning to set my day. Look, if you ever see me in a happy mood and I'm dancing, I'm singing, then you know I've just got it. What about you?
okay. Me, I like both.
Cool.
So for me, it's in the just after having breakfast. So what I do, I give myself 2 hours after I've
Okay.
had my breakfast. So that's mid morning, say about midday.
So you like to have sex after breakfast? Is that right, KP?
Well, why not? Yes.
You're very
I
bizarre.
thought
You're a
that's what
bizarre
you
man.
said.
Okay.
The energy. You've got
On a full stomach.
I mean, 2 hours. 2 hours after you've eaten. Not You don't go to the gym straight off, right? You go 2 hours after you've had your breakfast. But
Sex in the morning is amazing. I'm telling you, right? Amazing. If you're lucky and you get it in the morning, right? And then you've got to go to work, it's the best feeling. It just sets your day really nicely. So some people they like it in the morning. I prefer because I'm very similar to Isabel. I'm an early bird. But then there's some people that are like
Oh,
I call them night owls, where they come out at night. That's when they're like the most active. I prefer it in the morning
yeah.
time personally, but each to their
Okay.
own.
But don't you stay up until like 5 in the morning?
Mate, my sex, some of my sex sessions have lasted a couple of days with like about probably maybe 4 or 5 hours sleep in between. No, no, really, no, really, 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 really. But the thing is though, because I've always had good stamina.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's probably some other sort of non. There's probably some other sort of stuff that you take, so to get your
well, okay.
get your
If we're gonna be brutally honest,
up, right?
no, if we're gonna,
What
right,
that would be,
if
but
we're gonna,
I'm sure
So
purposes that you consume that helps you to maintain the activity level.
so do you think it's actually like sex is good for like reducing like heart disease, diabetes,
okay,
breast
I'm
cancer,
telling you,
lung cancer?
any type of stress, it's
Mm-hmm.
safe for all types of stresses because if you think about it,
Yeah.
when when you're for a guy when he's about to come, right? All that anxiety, all that stress, all that frustration, all that energy just leaves your body. I mean, that's why if you've had a really good sex session, have you
Mm-hmm.
noticed you just feel so tired, you just want to sleep? Because you've unloaded all of that stress and that pressure, and you're starting from scratch. It's like a clean slate. So, of
Right.
course, if you've had a great session, you just want to roll over and sleep. It's the best
Yeah.
feeling. It's absolutely the best feeling.
Because you're releasing testosterone, right? So
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
your testosterone level before you have sex is really high, and then when you've had a good session of sex, it really lowers your testosterone, then lowers.
Mm-hmm.
There are some men who can go on for like salt, as he says, on a long on a long weekend or something like that, they can maintain their testosterone level and it doesn't even drop. So
Well, listen, like I said, I do 100 squats a day usually. 100 squats a day. So it's part of the armory, isn't it? But yeah, again, like having sex for a guy, it's about reaching the peak of that mountain. It's about overcoming. It's about breaking through. It's about overcoming challenges. That's all intermittent in lovemaking, isn't it? Really. So I'm all for it.
Yeah. So so how do you think it really how important do you think it is in the overall wellness?
I think sex is pretty high up because mentally there's chemical changes that are taking place mentally that also are released throughout the body. So you're getting that feel good feeling.
So it's good mentally and physically, basically.
Yeah, but the question is, yes, absolutely. But the question is, what is it like for women? Because I can only speak from my own perspective, which is basically a man penetrates and lets go. A woman receives. So what's it like for a woman when she's receiving?
Climax.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's a valid question.
I think KP answered answered
it's
your
a valid question. It's a valid question. What is it like? Like for you, for example.
Oh my God. Okay, let's just not go there. let's not go there. Let's get back on our topic.
Well, I think because when you're having sex, you're sweating a lot as well, right? So you're releasing all the toxins from your body as well.
Yes.
I sweat like a rainforest, mate. I really do.
Yeah. So what it is, sex is really good at releasing all the toxins in your body.
Yeah.
And you sweat it all out, right? And,
yes.
And also, like you say, mentally and physically, it just puts you on cloud 9 because when you're coming, for a man, when you're coming, that is just a great feeling.
Yeah.
And so that, and for a woman, I know you don't want to talk about it, but
I think you should talk about it.
Well, it calms you down, right? Like you feel de-stressed, and you obviously feel really calm, and you feel good, right? You're happy. You have a smile on your face.
Absolutely. And if you don't have a smile on your face, then you've had angry sex.
Do you know what the worst thing is, though?
What is it?
The worst thing for a guy is, right, when you've put all the energy into your woman, into your partner, right, and then you can't come. That's the worst feeling.
Yeah, so, that is.
You want to remove. You want to relieve and remove this blockage that you have, but you can't. That's where it's not so great. Is if you because I think it depends on your partner, but. If you've ever had like multiple partners, or you've noticed the difference between your current and your previous partners, sometimes there are situations where you're in that lovemaking mood, and I mean you're giving it to your chick. You're both enjoying, the environment, the pleasures of both of your bodies, just uniting as one. But then you can't follow through. It's so frustrating. It's actually really frustrating if you can't actually release. I think. Yeah. I'm curious to know what it would be like for a woman if she's in that situation where she's been pleasured, but her partner hasn't come. Does she feel satisfied or not? Or I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you're obviously they kind of feel like they should be satisfied too, right? And if it doesn't happen, then next time.
Sure. Indeed.
Right. So tell me, how important do you think just eating healthy is for kids? Or do you think parents should be educating their kids about health and fitness?
Yes, I think. Well, again, if you have children, it's the responsibility of the parents to nurture those children. It's not the responsibility of the state or the school. It's really the responsibility of the parents who've had these children to look after them and to guide them in the right way. The problem is when you don't know, do you? And it sounds really surprising, but even in the 21st century, there's people out there that are so ignorant, they don't know that what they're feeding their children is literally killing them, you know, with all this type of, what's the word where food has already been made up and like with these ready-made foods.
Processed food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Really the responsibility of parents to make time to go and select the best fruit and vegetables so that when these foods are being consumed, that is really nourishing the body. It's very easy to go to these huge supermarkets, get ready-made foods, and feed it to your children because you know you want to save time. But actually, cooking from scratch is really, really important. It's really important.
Of
That
course.
whole process of teaching your children actually how to cook for themselves in the kitchen, be it your son or your daughter, that's something that every parent should be teaching their children if they can cook, that is. And it's a great experience for bonding. It brings a deeper meaning to that relationship because it's like, especially if a daughter is learning from her mum, like bakery, for example, it's strengthening the bonds, you know, within that family, and that's really quite important. But yeah, the upside is, and the obvious thing is that wholesome food needs to be consumed for young people.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes me so angry when I see like parents feed their kids like chips and chocolate and hamburgers and all these processed foods all the time. You know, I worked with a woman and she had two young kids, like 7 and 12. And every day she just give them chocolates to take to school with them, chocolate and these cakes and all these like bad foods, you know, rather than giving them fruit. And I used to think like, wow, like how could she do that? Those kids, their teeth, it's going to affect their teeth because of all the sugar. And, you know, it's going to give them so much energy and then it's going to just bring them down. You know, it's like drinking like so much coffee or having so much chocolate. You get so much energy, but then once that's kind of wears off, you feel horrible.
Well, I think if you love your children, if you really love your children, you shouldn't be giving them any type of sugar in anything.
No.
Because sugar really is it's a heart attack waiting to happen. I know when I was growing up that my parents, they didn't feed us sugar. So even now I don't have sugar in tea, I don't have sugar in coffee. I try to avoid as much sugar as possible. Sugar is the devil.
Yeah.
It is the devil, yeah.
Yeah, I take sugar in my coffee and in my tea, but I don't drink Coca-Cola or any concentrated juice. So, and you, KP, how about you? You eat a lot of sugar, chocolate, cakes?
So I love eating chocolate and sugary foods. But what I do is I have a balanced diet.
Right.
I don't eat chocolates every day. I don't, well, at the moment because I'm not gymming, I've been a bit bad eating a lot of chocolate and desserts. But what it is it's really not having it every day and just have like when you're going gym, have like a day off and have bad foods. You know, eat bad foods on your day off because it's important because you got to have a balanced diet. That's the most important. I just
Yes.
wanted to mention about about children and kids, and so there was a study that was done recently where kids in Europe are going to be the most obese kids in this generation. They're going to be the most obese, which means
Wow.
they're going to be getting all sorts of cardiovascular diseases. They're going to have heart problems.
Yes.
They're going to have other types of diseases that unfortunately comes with eating and processed foods. And what Saul was saying about kids, where nowadays it's all ready meal ready-made foods
Mm-hmm.
where you can just throw it in the microwave, and because parents don't have enough time really to
To
during the week
cook.
to cook because they're so stressed as it is, just with work and coming home and then making food for them, so they rather just give them
Yeah,
processed.
but KP, that's not really an excuse. Like, for
Yeah,
example,
that's
for example, your sister, right? She's a single mum. She's got 2 children. She does a 9 to 5, but yet she comes home and she cooks wholesome food.
The thing is
yeah.
my mum. So my mum does the thing. The only time you came around, Sol, is because my mum wasn't around, right? So,
Right.
she does all. She cooks all the Indian dishes. But because my mum wasn't around, she was, taking up that responsibility and cooking for her kids. But even when, so, but yes, she does. Yeah, she does cook healthy meals for her children,
Mm-hmm.
and she feeds them a
Yeah.
balanced diet of both meat and so during when they're at school, they have I guess bad foods some kids might have while
Yeah.
they're in school, and then when at home they have a balanced diet which is vegetarian. So
Yeah.
it's a
That's
whole
good.
balance of
Yeah, I think cooking healthy, you have to learn how to cook healthy food because I personally don't think it takes that long to cook a plate of pasta or let some have like stir fry with rice or it doesn't take long. The most it takes like half an hour. You take the vegetables out of the fridge, you cut them up, you wash them, and you let it boil, or you do a stir fry, or you put it in pasta, or you make it with chicken. It doesn't take that long. I think it's just people are so used to these processed foods, and they're so used to it that they just shove it in the microwave and or the oven. I think if they really learn how to make some vegetables, proper healthy food, it doesn't take that long.
yeah, because when you put it in the microwave, right,
Hmm.
the radio waves will take most of the nutrients.
Yes.
It removes most of the nutrients. Well, not
Hmm.
most, but some of the nutrients
Some of it.
from the dish that you're having. And
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. Get fresh food, fresh vegetables,
Yeah.
and prepare it, and cook it, and
Hmm.
it does take time. But if you already done the preparation, like sliced all the vegetables and get everything ready,
Yeah.
that's always the case, right? Preparation takes the longest
The longest.
when you
Yeah.
cook it, because when you cook it, it literally only takes about between, depending what you're cooking, half an hour. Well, you got Jamie Oliver, who's got his book where he's had two to three books where he has dishes that can be done in 10 minutes. Now,
Absolutely.
I don't believe in that because the preparation takes about an hour, right?
Well, technically, no, not really, because okay, say if you're cooking like, I don't know, let's say you're cooking some, you're gonna boil some carrots, okay? You're gonna boil some potatoes, you could boil some broccoli, and then you can make some chicken.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that you don't really need. How much preparation do you really need for that? That itself, like if you want to prepare it all, it takes about 15 minutes, and then 15-20 minutes you cook it, and then you have a healthy meal. You're feeding your family something healthy,
Yeah, no,
right?
yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. What you're saying, but
Yeah.
some dishes where it can take a while.
Yes, yes, yes.
That, but I'm just talking on an average. Yeah, so
On
average,
average.
like you say, yes, it takes
Mm-hmm.
15-20 minutes to prepare your food. But I'm not
Yeah.
a good cook. Are you a good cook?
I'm not a really good cook, but I know some like really good dishes to make. I like decorating my plates. I really enjoy doing that. And my plate has got to look colorful and it's got to look really
Do
nice.
you? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you like your greens.
Yes, I love greens. Yes. So, and you, Sol, I always see you eat kale and chicken.
I fucking hate kale. But broccoli, kale.
So why do you eat it?
I eat it because I'm told that's what I'm supposed to be eating: kale and cabbage and electric
But you,
food.
okay,
But
who told you? Who told you that you're
the
supposed to eat
media,
it?
GQ magazine told me.
Oh, GQ magazine told you.
GQ
Ah,
magazine have made it perfectly clear that you need to have that six pack and to have a waist of about 30.
yeah.
I need to be on cabbage, kale, Brussels sprouts, basically any type of vegetable that has a seed. I have to
Okay.
consume it because they say
Ah,
it's an electric food. So any
right.
food that is not electric, like any type of carb food, which is not an electric food,
Mm-hmm.
or so basically the three things that we're really, according to GQ magazine, we're to avoid is sugar,
Mm-hmm.
starch, and blood.
And gummy bears, no?
And of course, gummy bears. Yes, absolutely. Because gummy bears is the devil. Absolutely, gummy bears is the devil. But you know what? We like the devil, don't we? So we fool around with the devil. But no, electric foods. So foods that have seeds
Mm-hmm.
that grow organically. Those are the food. Those foods are called electric foods, and they're the foods that will provide the most oxygen to your body. Technically speaking, I don't really think we need to eat that much. Actually, what the body really needs is oxygen. I believe, not food, not matter. But that's just
And
my opinion.
and
Interesting.
how is that?
What do you mean?
Like, so we don't really need food. So can you
Well, I
elaborate a
think,
little bit on that?
yeah, I think the common um, perception is that we need food to survive. But I actually believe that actually the body needs pure oxygen to survive. We need food to keep us in existence, but I think we are a nation of overeaters at the moment, and fasting is probably the way forward. I did try to do it. I did attempt to start and do a 21-day fast. I got to day two and I completely failed. After day two, I was over it. I was like, dude, it was too difficult. I would like to try it again, but there's great benefits in fasting. Great benefits. And after the first 7 days,
Mm-hmm.
the first 14 days, that's when your body goes into deep cleansing mode. So we should at least try to fast for at least 21 days, so I've been told, at least once a year.
Yeah, they in Turkey here, like most of the Muslim religion, that's what they do every year. They fast for 1 month, but their
Yeah, but
purpose is
I don't consider
also
that. I don't really consider that because
why?
because when this because when they break their fast, they're gorging themselves with food. I don't really consider that to be a fast. A proper fast is where you don't consume food or water for food, and you just drink water
Mm-hmm.
X amount of days. That's a proper fast. Not when you're just fasting for like fucking 12 hours or whatever.
Yeah, but you know what? How can you? How would you know how hard it is not to eat anything? Like for how many days? Like say for 2 days. Can you imagine not eating
I've
any
done it. I've
food?
done it. I've done
You've
it.
done it
Yeah, I did it recently.
for how long?
2 days.
For 2 days. No, seriously, you did?
No, it's true. Ask
I
KP.
can't imagine you not eating
It's
anything for
true.
two
Ask
days. You
KP.
would, no wonder you were always like angry and upset and you were like freaking out.
Ask KP. It's true. It's absolutely 100% true.
No,
I
he
tried.
is.
I tried to do a 7 day fast. I managed
Mm-hmm.
2 days of it, and everything was thrown at me. It was so challenging. But I am going to try again. I am going to try again.
Wow. If I don't have breakfast, I have like no energy.
I
I
don't.
can't even function.
I don't even think breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I think that's a big lie. I think breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. The most important meal of the day is one meal that you have in that day for a period of hours. That's the most important meal. What you'll find is when you have breakfast
Mm-hmm.
during the afternoon, you start to slump in terms of your energy levels. You start to feel sleepy. Whereas if you don't eat, you feel sharp, you feel alert, you feel good. You should try it. You should try
Yeah,
it.
no. You know what? For me, if I have to have breakfast. If
Mm.
I don't have breakfast, I cannot function. Like by 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I just want to faint.
You know,
You know, and it kills my appetite as well. And I don't want my appetite to get killed because I need to eat.
Do you know what they say? They say you should eat like an emperor for your breakfast.
Yeah.
Eat like a king for your afternoon. Eat like a pauper at dinner.
At dinner, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
What that means is when you're an emperor, so you're eating your largest meal for breakfast. Then at lunch, you're eating, consuming just to get you going until the evening. So you don't have a very large meal, but you have a considerable amount that keeps you going for the day. And then in the evening, you have a small meal that to finish off your day.
Bella, the problem
yes,
is,
and that's how I do it. I normally have a good amount of breakfast, a good breakfast. I have a big lunch, and for dinner, I normally I won't have a huge amount of food. I'll have something with salad, a little bit of pasta, or chicken or something.
Bella, if
Yes.
all three of us were stranded on a desert island, you would be the first to go. Do you realize that? Like, you would be the first to go, because, like, imagine if we were on a desert island and there was like minimal to no food, or we had to literally hunt for our food, or go fishing to get some type of protein. Like, we would eat you first, basically, is what I'm saying.
But I'm all bones, though. I have no meat. So.
You would draw the shortest lot very quickly.
Well, I would eat a lot of leaves and stuff. I would like try to find, some berries.
Try not to make them poisonous.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'll end up eating poisonous berries of all the berries that are on the island. I bloody poisonous.
And give it to us too.
So Bella,
We'll get poisoned.
Let me ask you this. How important is eating in Turkey? Just the mere fact of eating with your family in Turkey. What is that experience like? Because in the West, we don't have much family time. We're normally eating in front of the television, right? So is it the same thing over in Turkey, or is it the same mentality, or do they take it very seriously?
No, it's okay. It's not as serious as like Italians or the Portuguese, but it is quite important. I mean, they do eat dinner together as a family. It's quite important for them. Not as important as like Italians are, but it's quite important for them. It's their time together, right? It's a time where everybody kind of gets home from work, or they come home from their day, and they just sit around and speak with each other, and then have dinner, and then after they have their Turkish coffee. Turkish people drink a lot of tea and Turkish coffee, especially tea.
I love the Turkish. The Turkish, they have this herbal tea.
Yeah.
And they put so they've got like I don't know, this sort of
plant, right?
Yeah, it's a plant, right?
It's a plant, yeah.
Yeah, and then you pour hot water and they put a lemon on top.
Yeah, it's yellow, the plant.
Yeah.
It turns yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is nice. That's actually really good if you have a bit of a upset stomach.
Yeah, and I have tons of that then.
Yeah, it's really good. And also they have pomegranate tea as well. Like, the head of the pomegranate, like the flower, they dry it, and it's so good. That's a really good tea, and it's really good for your it's supposed to be really good for your joints.
Oh, great.
Or your knees and stuff. So it's really good. They have a lot of great stuff here. A lot of really natural.
I prefer breast milk myself to cover all of that.
Yeah, actually, I remember you mentioned that, I think, in our previous or was it KP? I think maybe it was you who said that also.
KP, yeah, no, KP. What KP said was he wanted to drink it straight from the source.
Oh, okay, and yours.
I was like, well, right. we can't all afford cows, like live cows to milk from. But
right. Okay. So you prefer milk over tea?
No, breast milk.
Breast milk. Oh, okay.
Absolutely. It's the way forward. It's the future.
Really?
Definitely.
So do you even drink milk?
No, I can't.
Are you
Um,
lactose tolerant?
yeah, I am, unfortunately. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And KP, do you?
Same here. Lactose. I drink almond milk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you drink that stuff? I remember I got one of those before. I went to the supermarket and got it almond, but it had vanilla in it. Oh, it was awful.
Oh right. No, I just get the original. So nothing. There's no flavor in it at all. It's just almond
Yeah.
and the original. You can get unsweetened as well. You can get the sweetened one. I had the sweetened one because
Yeah.
unsweetened, oh, it's just
It's really awful. I don't think I
yeah.
realized it had vanilla in it. And I took it home and I poured a glass and oh my God, I couldn't drink it. It was just absolutely awful. I don't even really like the soya milk.
No, I've never been a fan of soya milk.
Yeah.
I've always I tried soya milk for about a month and my stomach
Hmm.
was just in knots.
Right.
So I went to almond milk and yeah, it was really it was much better for myself. But lactose intolerant all the way, I'm afraid. But I still
Yeah.
eat desserts and
Hmm.
I still eat. But again, I have it like once or twice a week. Um,
Yeah.
but you can see, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know about yourself. You probably got high metabolism. You can eat anything better, and you
Yeah.
look beautiful as always.
I do. I do have a very high metabolism, but I do eat a lot of junk. Okay, not that much, but I eat in balance. I
Yeah.
eat healthy and I walk a lot, I exercise and stuff. So I think that also has something to do with it. And my days, I don't sit all day. Whether if I'm at home or if I'm at work or wherever, I'm always go, go, go. I don't sit down. The only moments I sit down is when I'm making a video with you guys
Yeah.
or if I'm on my laptop or when I go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, so I think that's why also maybe my metabolism is
So,
works fast.
so you do have access to Pornhub in Turkey then?
I'm sorry.
I
What
said,
did you say?
so you do have access to Pornhub in Turkey?
I'm not really sure because I really haven't checked, but I'll check for you. I'll check to see.
Oh my God.
Oh.
So, Bella, you touched on sleep, right? And
Mhm.
sleep is so important for health.
Absolutely.
So, how many hours do you sleep a day? Is it?
I
I try and do about six, minimum six.
Six? No, for me is eight. Maximum nine, and
Nine.
minimum eight. I can't sleep less than 8 hours because yeah, I just have to get my 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because sleep is so important, right? Because if
Of
you have
course.
lack of sleep, your function for the day, you can't you can't function properly because
Yeah.
because of the lack of energy that you
Hmm.
because sleep is so important because it revitalizes you and it what's the word resets your body
Your body, absolutely.
sleep and and if you don't have a considerable amount of sleep,
Hmm.
where your day the next day is you'll be below par.
Oh yeah. You can't even function the next day. Do you ever sometimes go out and then you drinking and you come home at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, or you can't sleep until 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and your whole day next day is just ruined.
Yeah,
I can't even like basically get out of bed.
yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. It's so awful.
It's crazy, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah. So sleep is another health um, must. Sleep at least 8 hours. But
Yeah.
there's been studies where they've said you can function on about 4 to 5 hours sleep.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
but but there's majority of the studies that have been conducted have the majority of the results have to say you need at least 8 hours sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard they said that your body really needs like, yeah, 4 or 4 to 6 hours, but to have an like 8 hours of sleep, then you get up, you're feeling great in the morning. You know, you're living a healthier lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally.
So, Sol, anything you'd like to add? Sol, are you still with us?
I think he's watching Pornhub.
Probably.
I think I think he came up with the idea, and now he's thinking I might as well just watch that now.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no, he's disconnected. Oh no.
Yeah, he's disconnected.
Right.
Okay. Any last word you'd like to add to our video for our audience?
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly say, Bella, that this book has been a lifesaver for me in terms of, it's called The Men's Health Big Book
Big
of
Book
Food.
of Food.
It's a great book
Oh.
because it talks about all various foods, nutritional values. So there's people out there who are really regiment and they love looking at what contents is within, you know, different types of foods, you know, from pasta, to eggs, to dairy, to cheese and all that type. So this book is great.
It's great.
It gives you recipes as well that you can make.
Oh, really?
And
Oh,
it gives
wow.
you milkshakes, like types of milkshakes that are good for you.
That's great.
Yeah, so I will put it in our I will take a picture and put it on Instagram. Also, I will list it in our YouTube.
Okay.
Down below.
Below. That's wonderful, KP. Well, health and fitness is all about eating healthy food, doing physical activity, and you think positive, have patience, and commitment, and then you live towards a great, good, healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Totally agree.
Well, guys, it was nice to be here with you guys, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Pleasure. See ya. See everyone.
Great.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Peace out.